We know what African poem is now. Okay, let me move on. So let me try and show us the slide for today's class this morning. The slide for today's class this morning. Okay. Let me change. Okay. 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 So please, while we are waiting for it to load. Okay. The thing is for us to we are starting with Black woman. We are starting with Black woman. We are starting with Black woman this morning. We are starting with Black woman. And what are we saying about Black woman? What are we saying about Black woman? What are we saying about Black woman? Okay, Joshua is Leke, speak to us, please. Leke.
Black woman is, yes, sir. Black woman is about the African woman. It's African woman. It's talking about the African woman.
Black woman is
talking about the African.
Black woman is talking about the African woman. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Black woman is talking about the African woman. You will get to understand more about Black woman. Black woman is a book that is very, 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 very interesting. A book that is very interesting. Let me check. These children that said they are in the waiting room. I can't see anybody in the waiting room. Okay, let me move on with the class. Let's move on with the class. Okay. So when we are talking about Black woman, this book was written by someone. Leke, can you read what is on the board? Leke, read what is on the board, on the screen.
Yes. Black woman by Leopold Sedar Senghor.
Okay. Now, do you know who that man is for you that are offering government? Do you remember who the man is?
Is it a man or a woman?
Who is that? Who is talking?
So it's me.
Sheyi, do you know the man? Sheyi, do you know the man? Okay, who knows the man?
No, I don't know the man.
Who knows the man? Who knows the man? Who knows the man? Okay, in the absence of man, okay, in the absence of none, this man is the former president, the first president of Senegal, Republic of Senegal. The first president of Senegal. Okay?
It was Nigeria.
Nigeria. Is there any name like that in Nigeria? Is there any name like that in Nigeria? Okay? So he's the first president of Senegal, and he schooled in Paris. Who colonized Senegal?
France.
That was he got a scholarship and schooled in Paris. Our behavioral objectives for this class and for this text, okay, for this text goes as follows. Jumoke, read to us, please. Read to us, please. Behavioral objectives.
At the end of the class, students should be able to define what African poems are.
Okay, students should be able to define what African poems are. Okay, the next one.
At the end of the class, should be able to relate the poems.
They should be able to recite the poem. That's a typographical error. Beg your pardon. Okay. The next one.
Okay. 3. Should be able to analyze the poem based on the content, themes, and poetic devices.
Based on the content, themes, and poetic devices. That is, this is the first time you'll be doing anything on literature. So you are getting to know that when you are dealing with literature, we are talking on the content, the poetic devices, the and also the themes, where we see the significance and symbols of the things. When we are talking about poetic devices, what do we mean? Ronnie.
Sir.
So when we are talking about poetic devices, what do we mean?
Okay. Poetic devices.
Yes.
Never heard of that.
Wow.
Figures of speech.
Yes, we are talking about the figures of speech used in the text. We are talking about the figures of speech in the text. Okay? We are talking about the figures of speech used in the text. Okay, Leke, help us to read what is on the board. Leke.
So let me read it.
Black Woman. The poem Black Woman was written by Leopold Sedar and published in Chant d'Ombre in 1945. It was initially written in French as Poème Noir and then translated to English.
Okay.
Senghor was a Senegalese poet who was instrumental in starting the emotional, intellectual, and political and literary movement.
He was instrumental. Okay. It was instrumental in starting the so-called coined out movement, which is known as negritude. Grace that said she was in the waiting room the other time, till this present moment, we are still yet to see her in any waiting room. That's an aberration. Okay, Emmanuel too, and Joshua just disappeared. Okay, they will get the video of the class anyway. Okay, moving on with what we're saying. Now, he's a renowned African poet. And wrote The Black Woman. The Black Woman is a renowned African poet, wrote The Black Woman. And history makes us realize that he was instrumental in the fight for independence. He was in the legislative arm of government in Senegal when they were still yelling and preparing for independence. Okay, Ronnie, read what is on the screen, please.
Okay. The negritude philosophy believed that despite the diversity and plurality of the African culture and the African diasporas, African people all over the world.
African in diaspora. Okay.
African people all over the world still had shared experiences of racial brutality and oppression.
Yeah.
Hence, the negritude writers essentially try to convey through their works the pride they felt in being African and the pride they felt in African culture itself.
Okay, Jumoke, can you help us with a brief explanation of this note, of this thesis statement written here?
Sir?
Can you help us with a brief explanation of that last note?
Like it is talking about um Africans. So I explain it.
Okay, now listen up, everyone. Leke, can you hear me? Sheyi, please pay attention because it is imperative when you are dealing with a literary work, and you should know the origin. You should know how it come about. You should know what inspired the author. That's why you are literary students. You should know what inspired the author. Why the author has written that way. Now, in the early days of these stages, there were so many authors, white poets, who always try to eulogize the white women, the white beauty, the white this, the white the white that. And it was in the days of racism. It was in the days of racism where people were judged because of their ethnicities, where people were judged because of their race, So and these are Africans in diaspora. They were not in Africa anymore. They have gone like history made us realize that Leopold Sedar he got a scholarship for to study in Paris, that is the mother country where they were being colonized. Okay, where they were being colonized. He went there and he saw how things were. He was able to relate with other intelligent and creative writers, creative poets, and he wrote another poem. I will pronounce your name. Where he was talking to Net. And also in this poem, he's also talking to the black woman, trying to appreciate. Okay, you people have been appreciating your white people, your white women, the white feminine gender, and there's a segregation between my color and yours. You see my color as an anathema. You judge me because of my color and not because of my individuality, not because of my being, not because of my person. And if this has been happening, if this has been happening, so I need to come out and paint my culture and paint my heritage and paint the racial brutality and paint the experiences that the black are experiencing in the then African society, in the then Europe, that is Africans in diaspora. We saw also in the triangular slave trade. These days was in the days of the slave trade also. There were Africans also in the Caribbean who were asked not to judge a woman, not to judge a black woman because of what she's doing. Not of what she's doing, but she should be judged as a person, as a human. So Leopold Sedar was trying to prove that Africans are beautiful, that black is beautiful, that regardless of the racial brutality and oppression they are under presently, that black culture is an heritage that is worth being proud of. Okay, everyone, do we get it? Any question? Any question? Any question? Let us talk, please. Sheyi, do you have any question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Leke, speak to us, please.
Where was the poem cited in? Which country?
Now, the writer, the writer like I said, he's the former president of Senegal, but it was abroad. It was an African in diaspora when he wrote this, and also they were nostalgic for home. They were painting. They're like Nigerians abroad, trying to make you realize that my country is the best country, my culture is the best culture, my race is the best, regardless of the brutality, regardless of the racism that is happening in the present day as of then. Racism still happens. We heard of the recent incidents of fraud, of I can't breathe. We all know about the incident. So racism is still on board. Despite the fact it has been from age immemorial. When you get to your next class, when you will start reading Invisible Man, which is another text on racism, which was written by Black American also. So these are things they are facing, and it was in the years of slave trade, in the triangular slave trade of the Caribbeans, where they are in the sugarcane plantations. Okay, now Leke, I'm sure you know what we mean by Africans in diaspora. I'm sure you know what we mean
Yes,
by
sir.
Africans in diaspora. Okay, good. So it was an African in diaspora.
Yes,
It was
yes,
not in Senegal at that time, but the settings of the poem is Senegal. He was talking about a black woman, and the black woman was not the center. It was part of the African beauty, though, but there are other subject matters there. When we go ahead in the text, you will get to realize this. Okay? Oluwaseyi. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Sheyi. 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 Will you answer me or not?
Sir.
Now, I'm sure.
What did you say?
I'm sure you can see what is on the screen. Okay, that's the poem. Now read to us. Read the poem to us, please.
Okay, I should read it.
Yes.
Alright. Naked woman, black woman, clothed with your color, which is
Hello,
light.
Sheyi. I called you to read this poem for a reason. You are a good poet. You write well. This is a poem also in free verse. You write well. So
Yes, sir.
read properly, like you are reciting a poem. See, it is imperative that we must. Hello, let me sound this note to everyone. So it won't be as if you were not told beforehand. Let me sound this to everyone. Now, we've started poem, and it is imperative, just like we did when we were doing the drama text that we did, and also second class citizen, that it is important that you bring out quotes. Now, it is important that you are able to recite, just like the objective of this class states. It is important that you are able to recite these poems. Okay? Am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Good. Ronnie, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sheyi, am I clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jumoke, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
That's good. That's good. Since Jumoke has told me I'm clear, please pass this. When I upload the video for everyone to watch, I'm sure they will listen to this note of one. It is imperative that you are able to recite this poem. That is, in your next assignment in a class like this, you will just be asked to start reciting, and I will know when your video will on.
Sir.
Will be on. Will be turned on. I'll know when you are copying or reciting from somewhere. And in subsequent classes, you'll be asked to come and recite it. Okay.
So is he offered?
That's coming.
Yes, now that's what I'm telling you. Please try and learn it. So start reading it over and over again. Start reading it over and over again. Let us move on.
Inside it offered.
Yes, that's why you are literary students. You are literary students. So it's just like you want to rap now. All these your musical lyrics that you know
Rap,
of.
okay.
So yeah, you don't know how to rap. Don't lie. All these your musical
Sir,
lyrics.
I don't know how to write.
Okay,
Ask them. I don't know how to rap.
but you sing. All these your musical lyrics that you write down.
Yeah, I sing God songs.
Yes,
And they sing it for us. They sing it for us. That's why we remember.
Okay, try and do that now, Shay. Do that. Read it. Like someone that is reciting a poem.
Naked woman, black woman, clothed with your color, which is life, with your form, which is beauty. In your shadow, I have grown up. The gentleness of your hands was laid over my eyes. And now high up on the sun-baked pass, at the heart of the summer, at the heart of the moon, I come upon you, I promise land.
Okay.
And your beauty strikes me to the heart like the flash of an eagle. Naked woman, dark woman, firm flesh, ripe fruit, sun raptures of black wine, mouth making lyrical, my mouth. Savannah stretching to the horizons, savannah shuddering beneath the east winds, eager curses.
Caresses, eager caresses, eager caresses, eager caresses, okay? Eager caresses, that's what is there, okay? Okay, Leke, recite the next page.
So there's still more.
It's not done yet. We have more than 35 lines, or 35 lines. Hello, this is how it should be written in your notes. This is how it should be written in your notes. Okay, the paragraphs and all, the punctuations and all, they are meaningful. They have their own meanings. Okay, that's poems for you. Okay, so move on. Read it to us, Leke.
Carved tom tom, thought tom tom, muttering under the conqueror's fingers. Your solemn contralto voice is the spiritual song of the beloved. Naked woman, dark woman, oil that no breeze ruffles, calm oil on the on the flanks of the princes of Mali. Gazelle lived in paradise, pearls are stars on the night of your skin. The lights of the mind, the glittering of red gold against your watered skin. Under the shadow of your hair, my care is lightning by the neighboring suns of your eyes. Naked woman, black woman, I sing your beauty that passes, the form that I fixed in the eternal.
In the eternal, okay? Naked woman, black woman. I guess you are getting the picture. You are getting the picture. Okay? I'm sure we are getting the picture of this poem. Let us deal with the last two. Jumoke, read that to us, please. Jumoke.
Before jealous face turned to ashes to feed the root of life.
Before jealous faith turn to ashes to feed the root of life. The root of life. Okay. Okay. Let me. I'm rounding off this class already. I'm rounding off this class already. Okay. I'm rounding off this class already, but okay. I'm rounding off this class already just because I craved your indulgence before getting the permission. Before getting the permission. Okay, there's nothing wrong. Maybe it's Emmanuel's network. I'm trying to check if Emmanuel is in the waiting room. He's not. He was in the waiting room earlier on and I admitted him. So I don't know what is happening. So, like what I told you earlier on, that black woman is a response to countless number of years the white man had devoted to praising and chanting the beauty of a white woman. That is praising and chanting the beauty of a black woman, of a white woman. It's just like an African man also who has studied linguistics and studied literature, trying to also be creative and talk about his own. What is his own? That is his heritage, his culture. His heritage, his culture. Okay? So, writers like Dante, Boccaccio, Spencer, Eliot, and Yeats have devoted part of their writings to the elaborate description of the aesthetics of the white woman. Her white and elegant hands, the face whiteness is radiant as that of a sun, is dazzling as that of the moon. Over time, a woman's beauty was to be seen in terms of her whiteness, contours, glory, and incandescence. Okay, Now, this is just a reply, as I told you that over time it was seen that a woman's beauty should be seen because of her whiteness, because of her white nature, because of her contours, because of how she looks, because of how she shines like a sun. Now, another person is coming from another perspective to give us something different and appreciate, and elogize the black woman. Tell us how the black woman is, how our culture is, how it's meant to be. And we can see the way he expressed himself in the poem. And also, in the course of this study, we will know that he was also talking about Africa, referring Africa as a woman, referring to Africa as a woman. Okay? So this is where we'll stop for today's class. This is where we'll stop for today's class. Evidently, after tomorrow's class, I will send us the slide. I'll send us the slide. But I can see Chan send us few of the PDF we did today, just for us to try and read and prepare for tomorrow's class, because tomorrow's class will be more of a discussion class. It will be more.
Sir, are you going to send him?
Yeah?
Are you going to send him notes?
I will send part of the notes today. I won't send everything at once. Okay? So it is going to make us, so you can just write down the poem and think about the analysis, what the poet would have meant by using naked woman, by talking like that, by writing
So
in
wait,
that way.
are we analyzing?
You analyze.
Or,
we are doing the analysis. Hello, we are doing the analysis in class already. But still, your assignment will also be on analyzing, giving me your view and your understanding about the text. Okay? You'll be giving me your understanding about the text, about the poem. Okay? So we are going into details of the poem. We've started it already. I've given you like an overview, preamble of the content analysis. I've given you a preamble of the content analysis already. Okay? So in the next class, we'll be going further and further and further. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your time, and thank you for understanding the challenge and the deficiency of network we had this morning. I wish you well in your aftermath classes, and have a blessed day. Okay, everyone. Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I will send your assignment link.
Bye.
I will send your assignment link. I will send your assignment link and date of submission to your platform.